Hello, and welcome back to this channel to part 4 of Dark Deity 2. I'm gonna just immediately start off with I am using controller for this episode. For this video. Unfortunately, my mouse is just not wanting to cooperate with me, like, at all. I don't know what's going on with it. It keeps lagging. The last time it did this, even with a replaced battery, like I just had to get a new one because it's lagging for no reason at all. I don't get why it's lagging. It shouldn't be. Like, it's not responding to itself. I always forget I have to clean it though. Maybe it's just dirty. It's just dirty. I don't know. I haven't a clue. We're gonna do that. Bring back the mouse. If it lags one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. Those are what I'm using it to point out stuff. Okay, we're gonna quickly, and I do mean quickly. I want to get this done in under 10 minutes. 5 would be better. Okay, we're gonna go over the classes that we're not gonna pick, kind of briefly. Gale for demonic, I don't think it's all that great. Maybe there's a good build or so, but I think for Saxon, it's just not that great. Its abilities are kind of lackluster and ass, in my humble opinion. This one is, I would say this is probably the better of the abilities, especially since Saxon can heal off of it because of his personal ability, or personal passive. Heavy Weak Wall is great, maybe to bosses and stuff like that, to just stand still. This is great and you can deal more damage, but I just situationally think it's kind of ass. We're gonna skip onto it. Fragilin, terrible. It's awful. I wanted it to be great. It can be in lower difficulties. Defensive Fighter is great because there's multiple ways to get block on yourself through just this ability. The Shaman has a class that gives block. And there's an Axe that has a rune ability that gives excess block, like 10% of the damage you deal gives block. So there's like ways to gain block. So, but if you don't have block, you lose 25 accuracy, which 95 is terrible, and 5 power. So it becomes very noticeable. This is no. Monk, which I think is Saxon's canonic class, because no other unit comes in as a monk. No other unit comes in as a monk. This is a great class. I would say it's, if you're not picking monk, you're picking you're picking conduit. But monk, charge key, absolutely valuable. I would say it's top 3 support abilities. Maybe even top 3, like throughout the entire game. Maybe top 5 for the all abilities in one, because just on a base, just with 8 mastery, 7 advanced stats. That's 7 to speed, 7 to power. That's really kind of noticing it. You're not noticing 7 accuracy, 7 dodge maybe, 7 crit could be kind of noticeable, but going to 16 speed and 25 power, you're gonna notice that. But early on, it's so good. Even on demonic, it's great. You have to be careful that you don't take on too many enemies because you have pretty lackluster defenses and pretty middling speed and dex to compensate for charge key. So it loses its edge later on. There's a specific monk build with its tier 3. This tier 3 has the most broken ability in the game, second most broken ability in the game. But you just don't do any damage. You just don't deal damage. Like, you can take on hordes of enemies, but then you're just hit with wet noodles on demonic, and it's just not. It was kind of boring and not very fun. Key Blast is great. 35 mana, beautiful, great direct damage ability, and you can increase that range from 3 to much higher. I think it was hitting from like 6 or 7 tiles away later in the game. It was great. But we're gonna do Conduit. Conduit, high mastery, which is what I want Saxon to have. And Chain Lightning is so good. It is one of those abilities that can deal so much. Basically, at base, it's dealing the same, like slightly less damage than what Saxon's Call to Storm is dealing, and it's 10 less mana, and it has an upgrade that is reduces its mana cost to 40, which is already 20 less, and at 0 mana, 2 turns you're able to use it, and it's dealing it 17 up to 3 enemies 2 tiles away. So you're hitting 3 enemies for 17 instead of 2 for 18. Well, that does increase later on, and you're able to do it way more frequently. Defibrillate is a great emergency heal, otherwise you lock a character unit the following turn, they can't do anything. And then Flux Overlord, situational, but you can rely on it for the most part because everybody is going to be using mana, so definitely making Saxon a conduit. I think Monk is good too, but I think this is just better. I was having way better luck on certain maps because of using conduit to weaken the enemies. Okay. Geomancer, phenomenal. I think really the only wrong option in my opinion for Arthur, mostly because I just never used it, is Warlock. So I guess we'll just go over Warlock. There's another character that we get later on, like in the mid part of the game, that I think uses Warlock a little better. Granted, I think she uses almost every other class a little better, but because of her personal ability. It's just kind of lackluster in my opinion. The whole point of this is to poison enemies, and then you can heal. Attacking a poison enemy heals you. And this is a little easier done with Warlock, where you can get certain focuses that can inflict poison. I just don't know how much you heal off the poison. I can't remember. Basically, this class I think potentially does it better than a class in Shaman does that a lot of people want to say is so good, but I think it's kind of ass. Geomancer, phenomenal. I put Arthur in this in my first playthrough, mostly because it had the highest mastery growth. I think it has the highest mastery growth of any class, or close to it. It puts him like second highest mastery scaling. More so I used it for, for his Lunar Reeve. Star Surge, so invaluable. Dealing 18 damage to like it's supposed to be like a rescue type ability, but I was using it offensively, where I would throw somebody forward, deal some damage, and then pull them back. Basically, like the combo is to maybe use a Scholar to phase in a unit in the middle of an enemy group, maybe like somebody like Saxon, to then use Call the Storm, deal a lot of damage, and then Arthur with Star Surge would then yoink that unit out and just delete the rest of their HP. It's so good. It has an upgrade that reduces its cost by half, so it's not 70, it becomes 35. It does reduce the tiles you can do it by half as well, but it is so worth it. You have ways to increase that tile to gain back that lost 3 tile. It's just way valuable. Because even if you're only 2 as that, plus I think it has a range increase. Perfect. Moonlight, great. Healing for 20. It has an upgrade that gives 10 mana to the target. Great. Astral Blessing, situational. It helps early in the game. It can still help later in the game. I know it definitely helped me on certain maps where it's like, I'm gonna lose. Oh wait, I have that light block. Sweet. So again, it's not something to fully rely on, but it's just one of those good abilities. Scholar, I think I kind of went over it with Alden. If not, it's probably Arthur's. I don't know, probably what most people want to put Arthur into, make him a support unit. The phase all the time, Ancient Writ. A lot of people never really use Ancient Writ. I think it's really good. Being able to just give mana. And this gives Arthur the second highest mastery growth that he can get. That also makes him pretty strong, might-wise, and helps with his speed, so he can double. I think this is probably one of his support slash being in the front lines, dealing a lot of damage. Geomancer, you're not doing that. Anytime Arthur had to attack in this class, he had a direct attack, or not direct attack, had to go into combat. He did not. He either missed because he had absolute shite accuracy, just whiffing on people, or he was dealing he was just tickling them with the rocks. He was just throwing little pebbles at them. I think you could do a little better with Scholar. We are going to promote him into Aegis. It's probably better technically to put Alden into Aegis, because he gets a higher HP growth, and he gets higher defense and fortitude growth, and he has higher 8 in defense and fortitude, where Arthur shifting into this gets 8 fortitude, which is technically better than Alden because he's 3 levels lower. But that defense might be noticeable. I think the first time I had picked Aegis for Arthur in a second playthrough that I didn't get very far. It's the top 2 saves on the right hand side. These two. I think I went a different option. In chapter 3, I don't think I picked the Merchant Lords. I think I picked Aaron, because I feel like I had the defense elixir, so he had 7 defense, which makes this decision a little easier. But I still think we're gonna promote. We're gonna promote first. That's because I didn't go for things. So let's Relic Refraction. Great situational. I think this is better for another character. It's the last character you recruit, because of that character's, it's her ability, her passive ability is great. Reflection, the whole point of this class is to take damage, and this is one of the few classes that can take on multiple combats. But you're really not noticing that until 20% of damage taken. It's like 1 or 2, maybe 3, 4 sometimes. This right here, Repulsor Shield. Oh, I say this is the best ability in the game. A lot of people may argue it's the Monk's tier 3 ability. I think that one's very situational. Oops, wrong person. Repulsor Shield. So it says surround an ally with enemy energy for 3 turns, reflecting 10 damage every time they are hit in combat. So it says an ally. You can do it to an ally or yourself by default. Some abilities you have to unlock that. You have to waste an essence to unlock the ability to apply it to yourself, like Valaria's Fleet Feet. Like if we go here, like Fleet Feet, you have to unlock it to be self-casted. Whereas with Arthur, you don't have to do that. Or with Repulsor Shield, you don't have to do that. So you can just automatically reflect it on yourself. And this stat. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I had to... other people mentioned it. The person I saw mention it the most, and then saw it in action, was Titanium Legman, which is a great channel, by the way. You should follow him. Very informative. But he showed the absolute disgusting nature that is Repulsor Shield. It is so good, because you can use that basically, because you can use it and then wait and let the enemies just come to you and take advantage of two specific rings, but we don't need one of them. That increases the stat by waiting. But it's so good. Well, my mouse lasted 15 minutes. So we are, unfortunately, poor. We're gonna go to weapons. We're not gonna sell the short sword. We're gonna sell this bow. We're gonna sell this relic. We're gonna sell this focus, and we're gonna sell this eager. The reason we're gonna do that is so I can buy a life essence. I'm gonna go back into this. And I think the first thing you pick, I think regardless, especially because there are ways to, whatchamacallit, there are ways to Like this 45 is a little costly to be able to use it every single turn, but there are ways to get around that. So yeah, we're gonna pick this. It becomes irrelevant. The next one, you can either have it where it, you know, this one that'll clear debuffs from you. I think that one is not as good. Granted, I never really relied on I'm gonna have to switch back to controller. My mouse is just irritating me. I'm gonna break it. I think this is the better one. If you're not using the person you've promoted, like Arthur, like if you're not using them as a front line, you're using Repulsor Shield on somebody else, I would say this is the better, like the next one you want to use, because it just gives them 10 more mana when you use it. You can still use it on yourself, but I mean, if you're only using this on, like if I'm only ever going to use this on Arthur, which is most likely the case, this one's just better, because then it's 35 instead of using 45 and then getting 10 back. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna waste. No, not on that. There's arguments, you know, the number of targets to be inflicted, that could be really good. Quite frankly, I think that could be really good. Being able to attack 4 enemies. That is a good thought. Increased range is real good too. I think even if I have to waste money to respec, I think early on having this at 40 way more invaluable. Way more invaluable. Okay, I gotta do that a little faster. Oh, I don't. This is gonna be pretty painful. Let's get. I think this is kind of irrelevant. I don't think the longsword really had any options that I wanted. So we'll just keep Gwen on that until she can promote. So yeah. Learning these controls. Let's save here. That was a little faster. It was a little faster, so let's start chapter 4. Part of me wants to kind of play this off screen a little bit to get better use of the controls, since I can't use the mouse. The mouse is so much better to use in like a
At least the fires are out.
All right, everyone. Let's go over the plan.
Yep, the fires are out. It is
None,
ash.
But I'd wager the message has been delivered.
It's
It's
been
like you
delivered.
said.
I still don't like it. We have no guarantee the others will show up.
Nope,
Especially since
not
the
even a little
chosen
bit.
seem content to sit this one out.
If no help is coming, then we'll just have to make do with what we
It will
have.
never
Or would you prefer
see
we
or
free?
hear of the Chosen ever again,
Just
because
'cause
their
I don't
leader
like it
died
doesn't
because
mean
she
I'm
had
not
a
on board.
You're
here, so I'm here. That's how this works.
people that die on their convictions like
Can't
that. Like,
count on those
I don't think it's as
chosen.
honorable or as
If there are
noble as you think
fighters
it
left,
is.
they'll come.
There's
They
very
love a
few
good
things,
fight.
very
smoking.
few things that I would just,
Everyone,
if somebody
get
had,
in
you know, the
position.
whole, oh, would you do this if somebody held a gun to your head? It's like, probably not. There's very little belief I have that I would not,
So many of them.
that I would
How
hold
are we
strong
supposed
enough that me lying to get out of being held at gunpoint would really affect me.
by fighting.
Very little things. There's like maybe
We've
one or
tipped
two
the odds
things.
as far in our favor as we can. All that's
Mhm.
left is for Gritania to answer the call.
This
Yeah, sure.
will be a bloody battle.
It can
might
be.
But I can't think of a finer group of fighters to put my faith in than all of you. So
Rally cry!
Don't go stealing
This is
all
something
the
that Firemon
glory.
does this too.
Must I
Okay.
always stick my
It's
neck
probably
out
been
just to
more
keep those
egregious
two
than
under
other
control?
maps, but this one doesn't make any sense. So it's like a big final, we're storming the capital, everybody takes a step forward, closer to those enemies. But if we come over here, look, they stepped back. And Gwen's in the back! She was leading the charge, she was here! Why did she move back? Would she get front? Oh, charge! Oh, never mind, let me retreat back this way. It's just so weird. So I've never picked or I've never gotten to this point if I, well, no, I guess I did pick, like, playing the demo, the Eason Chosen option. I don't think it changes. I think the only route that changes somewhat of this map is if you pick Aaron and an archer join you on this side. I think they're stationed here and here, just kind of on the way. Okay, so let's see here. I like, I think the setup should be fine. I think the setup should be fine. We are, let's save that so we don't have to watch that anymore. I think the setup should be Gucci. Oh, he could. Witches. A witch. Okay. Should be good. I shouldn't have to do anything. We get a bow rune, we get gold, and we get crystal essence. We did have a dagger rune. I completely forgot until I started the map, but I'm not going back. You could put it on Valaria. I don't think it's quite necessary. There's like 3 different options. There's one where you can inflict 4 weak or 4 vulnerable, and then there's one where you can inflict 2 poison. So with somebody like Valaria who's doubling, that could be really good because you're inflicting 8 weak or 8 vulnerable, so you're either taking less damage with somebody like Valaria really would need. That essentially gives her like 8 more defense. For the weak, and then vulnerable again, letting her deal 8 more damage, essentially. I think the poison's somewhat better, but I don't think it's all that worth it. So we're gonna look. I completely overlooked the objectives. I think I said them, but so defeat 25 enemies, pretty easy. Not necessarily like the bow runes and all that great. You're definitely gonna be healing. There's just no way you're not healing 120 HP. I mean, I don't know how you're doing it, but 2 essences, crystal essences, pretty decent. I really kind of want that gold. But you have to win in 10 turns, and that's kind of hard to do. Well, it's not hard to do. Let me rephrase that, because you can just 100%, and I think it is viable. Or more important, to go this way, to go to the left. Just take your entire group, come to the left here, and you'll pretty easily get up to the seas. But doing that really locks you out of this chest, which has a mastery elixir in it. And by turn 2 we'll find out, but we don't have to really worry about not getting these drops, because we'll definitely get those drops. It's one of those, you just send one person. That one person might be important. I don't know who I'd send. The person I can only see sending would be Royden. Interesting.
I can do this.
Let I think I had to be careful. Nobody can go there, and nobody can go there. Arthur on the archer. Let's start. We're gonna immediately. So good. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let's see. 10. Definitely getting doubled. 8. So 7, 4, 14, 21, 12, 24. I say 14, 38. Oh, no, he's not getting doubled. This guy. 9. No, that's 12. 14, that's 26. And that guy bleeds. Plus 18, or plus 9, 35. A lot of damage to take. A lot of damage. Oh, see, Repulsor, and the fact that one, you can apply it to yourself, or you can apply it to somebody 2 spaces away. That is what is so good. And the thing that really makes this thing so invaluable is the fact that it doesn't matter where the enemy hits you from. If the enemy hits you and you have the Repulsor Shield on, well, they're taking damage.
Can't stop now.
And then we're just gonna wait. And
It had to be done.
not really what I want to kind of check
That'll
that,
have
but
to
alright. HP Speed Mastery. Bad. Then destroy you.
Happily.
Don't
overdo it.
Let's increase his whatchamacallit. You go here.
I got this.
You. Oh, good. I don't have that on. I don't want to increase her dodge for a bit. Alright. What? He dodged. I wonder what that dodge.
I'm really
HP
picking
42
this
to
up.
lock. Ugh, should turn that.
Trying to run.
Ugh. Going absolutely dick all for damage. Settings. We can turn that on.
I'll do it.
Okay, so he, when defeated, apply heavy bleed to an attacker. I think 3. Yeah, 2. We're gonna put it on
Guess
Royden
I was better.
because Arthur is
They're
going to.
mine.
And we just
Can't
Repulsor
stop
Shield
now.
again. Do it. I guess it's what? Now 20 damage is being done to whatever fool decides to attack Arthur. You know.
Let's get it done.
No, not to put relate.
Easy target.
Zap. Zappity dappity dap. The weights. Let's see here. Let's weaken you. Let's just attack with Alden. And then we can. Nope.
I always win.
When you speed up the game, that snap is delayed. Let's heal. Is 2 mastery worth? Well, I guess technically the way I should do it is how I'm gonna do it. 2,000 gold could be worth it. Oh, shocker!
Oh, my word. The
My word!
place for a man of
I
my
found you.
Knew they'd
Looks like we might stand.
No, you
The
didn't.
advantage, everyone.
I knew they'd come. No, you didn't, Gwen. You had no idea. You were going in here blind, going, well, maybe, hopefully they show up. I really hope they show up. Give me back that HP. I guess I could technically send Gwen up here and see, because I don't really think I'll be using Gwen too much.
If I have
Too
to.
much. Blah. Ow. He bled me. What a bleeder. Yeah, uh-huh.
I'll do it.
We're gonna go here.
Can't stop now.
We're gonna create more Repulsor Shields. Getting to the point where we can't. Like, let's see here, what do we have? 15. So we're gonna get 25, so we're not gonna be able to use it next turn. This is where, early on, and I think it's remedied pretty quickly. So I don't think it's all that necessary to bring up. So I
Let's
think
get it done.
we're gonna
I
see.
can do this.
Make sure I don't. The enemy placement in this game is pretty impeccable. Oh, well, somewhat impeccable. Bah, 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 bah. Bah. That's so good. He just deleted himself. Ah. Like rough skin in Pokemon, but to the extreme. Let's heal up Arthur. Yeah, it's fine. And then we're gonna lose this.
Pretty.
And then Arthur's gonna come over here. He unfortunately can't. That's unfortunate. Trying to think. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
I can do this.
I think we just
Orders.
force everybody this way. Force them to hide behind
Sure
Arthur.
thing.
I want to scroll up, game.
It's
That's what I
time.
want to do. I'm irrelevant. The yellow team will go first. We'll just put Quinn here. They're gonna be more interested on the yellow unit. Like anything in Fire Emblem, if it is any other color besides blue, they're gonna attack. They're gonna attack that one. Just gotta be careful. These guys. Yeah. What turn? We are already on turn 5. Okay. Okay, game.
Steady.
Repulsor Shield. So yeah, we only got 3.
Ooh, pretty.
How do we get? We got emerald. Ooh, we got another emerald. There. There.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, Alden can get hit. I don't beat this in 10 turns. I don't think it's worth it. But, you know, to retry. Ow! Alright, thanks. Why did that not show his f***ing movement there? What the hell? It did not show his movement, but I have ranges on. Whatever.
It didn't have to be this way.
Go fuck yourself. You suck dick.
Can't stop now.
Oh, I can't wait, there is a ring. Yeah, I guess I can go over it. Let's just watch this person delete her entire existence. And then we can use
I'm here. Don't worry.
Alden to give him more mana. And we are Gucci.
Alrighty.
We're gonna
Let me help.
heal up with Cassandra. I don't see Cassandra getting the level
You sure?
5 this chapter. That's unfortunate. I am going a little too slow. I think with turn limits, you have 11 turns.
It's time.
I think that's what it is. You have 11 turns. Bop.
I always will. Let's put it to good use.
Oh, crystal focus. Yummy. Oh, perfect. Get Carlisle. Protect Gwen. Oh, yeah, what'd you miss? What'd you miss? HP, might, speed, dex, defense, and mastery. What a great roll. Ugh, one of those times where you're like, no game, don't miss. Don't miss. Hit me. Hit me. It's one of those, stop trying to hit me and hit me. Can I hit them here? I don't think so. No.
Easy target. We're rich.
Kill those people. Yeah, he's like just level 6.
Am I
HP, might, mastery.
getting
Yeah. And then Royden with a phenomenal crit. My Royden in my first playthrough got crit upon crit upon crit. And I mean low crit.
I'll protect you.
Like, he probably didn't get the most crits. But it was
Good
insane.
call. I'm here, don't worry.
Wow.
They're
No, I
mine.
think it should be fine. Repulsor Shield. Early on, you just want Alden and Arthur to be glued to each other. The only thing that sucks about that is they don't have a support together. And I don't understand that. But neither do any of the siblings. No, I take that back. Royden and Arthur have a support, but Gwen does not have any support with any of her brothers, which is a little weird.
Hold still for a moment.
Yeah, hold still for a moment.
I'll do it.
Do I? Trying to see places to get Cassandra experience, because she needs experience. She has to get to level 5 so she can promote. But I don't see that happening. We are on turn 8. There is a world
I'll
in
see it
which... no, Carlisle will go first. Hopefully Carlisle... I can't see his movement. Hopefully he moves right here. And then I can move Gwen out of the way.
Let's put it to good
This is a
use.
little risky. This is a little risky. Risky dick? Risky. Just gonna ignore. Be flailing at words. Repulsor Shield. Like, this is all Arthur is gonna do, probably for the rest of the game.
Anything to protect the others.
Yay! HP, might, speed, dexterity,
Nothing's stopping
defense,
me
and
now.
mastery. Yes, he can promote.
Happily.
We are not going to use
Alrighty.
something here. I think. Yeah, there's Carlisle.
My will made manifest.
Bah, just died.
We should study this later.
Just hit himself. Okay, we are on turn 9. Okay, no, I think we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do it. We are gonna do it. Ooh, that ruby. Oh no, I can definitely get that ruby.
If I have to.
You need me?
What does Arthur? No. Oh, I can get that ruby though. I can definitely get that ruby. You are definitely not doubling me. You are. Fortunately, I can't give him. Whatchamacallit? Why do I have 47 mana? That's weird. I shouldn't yet have a weird non-multiple of 5. That is a little weird. He can't hit. I gotta see here. You're doing 15. Most likely not gonna even target him, but 15. I don't have to take into account. He has 10 defense because he's on the pillar, but he's only being attacked by magical units, so it's fine. So 8 fortitude, it's at 7, so it's 14. Potentially 21 and 28. So he
They're mine.
will be fine. A lot of people like to keep using Repulsor Shield and then eventually use a big, huge Lunar Reeve. That's kind of pointless and absolutely, in my opinion, counterintuitive to what you're using Aegis Arthur for. I'm just gonna put him here. And um, because we're on turn 9. This guy has an astral. Can I kill him? I'm trying to think. I don't. If I want this astral coin, which is okay, let's see here. Astral coin is worth 1,000 gold. So losing that is not. Flame essence could be good. We're definitely getting the ruby. I know we're getting the ruby. There's no doubt in my mind that we're getting the ruby. 15.
Good call.
I'm not gonna pulling on my way because I need Alden to stay pretty close by.
I got this.
The 77? 77, pretty low. Pretty low. She has 9 fortitude? I love math. It's so much fun. 9, 6, 12.
Let's rock.
I think if I put her there, they're gonna want to
If I have
target
to.
her. Let's wait. We just killed her. Dead.
We should study this later.
Later. Okay, we are on the last
move,
turn. I
people.
can definitely.
Don't get in my way. Let's put it to good use.
Perfect. Level 5. Yeah, I don't. There's not a way. There's not a way in which I
I'll do it.
can. Because I have to use phase from Alden to get somebody up there. We got all those. Got the bow rune. Got the crystal essence, but that was pretty expected. 2,000 gold versus an astral coin. Technically with that 2,000 gold, I can get an astral coin and then be able to do something else. If I wait and get that astral coin, unfortunately there's nobody that has movement. I guess technically I should have just moved everybody fully all the way forward. Maybe that's what I should have done. That's what I
Time
should-
to ride.
Nope. Poor Cassandra. Poor Cassandra. I don't know what I did wrong to get her not to be used, but I did something. I did something. Damn. Oh, that's doing 20. No, granted it's only 22, but... Huh. Get him to stand here. 22 damage. 22 damage is
You sure?
22 damage.
Easy target.
That. I wish, because this one's chain lightning. I wish there was a way to or chain lightning could like bound the enemy.
I got this.
That would be kind of cool. Nope. Oh,
Feels
HP
like a
speed,
burst of
fortitude
energy.
mastery.
Brutal.
Don't even look at her
Don't overdo
strength
it.
stat. That thing is never gonna increase. I think by the end of the game she had maybe 12 or so
They're
strength,
mine.
and that was me giving her elixirs. Let's see.
this
I'm gonna
what
get that
I'm
2,000 gold as opposed to the astral coin. Well, right now, I think it's kind of good. You get a lot of astral coins. You get a decent amount of astral coins.
Ah, look there.
They're surrendering.
We did. Haven.
Even
Oh, Haven fell, and we got it all on the same day.
And no.
No. Oh no, Aaron and Nid and Ida, they're dead. Oh well,
Right?
that sucks.
Hey, I can do.
I believe it.
Oh shit.
Might we?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Gwen, just fall asleep.
Good.
Fall asleep in this rubble. Somebody's house used to stand here. Yeah, just fall asleep there. Something's
What are
wrong.
they doing here?
Oh,
They
here
come
he is.
bearing a banner of peace.
Peace?
I
Jeez.
know how you feel, Gwen, but
They wouldn't have arrived so soon if they weren't already prepared.
Good people of Britannia, my name is Officer Mikhail of Asfarel. We come bearing no ill will. We seek only reconciliation. Might we speak with whomsoever is in charge here?
Oh, I freaking love this guy. Oh, he's so good. He's so just evil, but so delightfully evil. It's so good.
Baron is currently away, having fled on behalf of your
Like
invasion.
you look at these two. You
If
can look
wish
at
to speak to
Carlisle.
anybody, you will speak to me.
Oh, Lord Carlisle. Yes, a most regrettable circumstance. However, we are
Just a
actually
snake.
looking
I mean, he
to
looks
speak
like a
to
little
the leader
snake.
of that force which intervened where
If you had to
we
tell me
are
which one,
sworn
like
not
if I had to pick who was evil, I'd be like, they're not both evil between him and
We have come on
Carlisle.
behalf of Emperor Leonid, highest of powers in Asfarel, and
Leonid?
indeed, all of Varroa, to make
That's
but
such a
two
terrible
simple
emperor
requests.
name. If my name was Leonid, I'd
First,
change it.
that all of our surviving men be returned
Leonardo?
to us immediately. And the second, that the order withdraw from Asfarel and cease all operations in our territory. Also, immediately.
With all
Delectably evil. Shut up, Gwen.
I believe it was Britannia herself that decreed Haven to be under no protections of the state.
Is he telling the truth?
Ooh, love border
Britannia's claim
disputes.
over Haven
Disputes.
is admittedly
Words are difficult to say out loud.
but it is a claim nonetheless.
Regardless, your order is sworn not to get involved in matters of international politics. And yet here you are, picking sides in a border dispute.
Oh, shut up, Gwen.
My,
Nobody
such
cares about what you
loaded
say.
Language. Shall we take this discussion before the council in Threlisar? Or do
Oh,
you
he has
fear
like the
their
best quote.
judgment?
I love saying it, but I don't want to say it until he gets to
As
it.
Varroa
I don't think he says it in
recognizes,
this
of course, that this
interaction. It's
situation
later.
was messy.
Ugh.
We offer
But apparently,
our sincerest condolences for the lives lost. And while
The
our
person that
claim
did,
of
I don't know his
Haven is
name.
justified,
Unfortunately, the voice
we will
actor. I
seek
could look it up.
control for the time being.
I probably won't.
Indeed, we
But
will even forgo
he's a friend of somebody called
reparations for the
Jello,
great
who has a
loss of
YouTube
life
channel.
order has
Who's also
caused
kind of
us.
doing like a
So long
live,
as you grant us our
like
request.
he streams it,
Make no
a
mistake,
playthrough of this game.
This is no request, but a demand.
I think I want to say the
Well, then
guy's name
surely
is
you can't
Will
just give them what they
something.
want.
I want to say it's Will. And he was told, and they told him to like really go for it, like really ham it up.
Were brought before
Uh,
them, it could be disastrous.
So he really went for it.
All right, Officer Mikhail. As the acting leader of
Yeah,
this
I went Sildaren.
Then let us,
Let's-
as they say, shake on it.
Shake on it.
And seal
And
it.
seal the deal.
if we
Watch yourself, Gwyn Sildaren. Now that I know the face of my enemy, I will not make the same mistakes again.
You kind of do.
Then we have an
Have an accord.
We shall depart once our men have been returned to us. A
Oh, my
pleasure doing
warmest and
business with you.
sincerest
Give
apologies
my
to your
warmest
father.
regards.
Mhm.
we should return
Oh.
to Caliban.
See,
Father will want to hear about
I just love
Yes.
characters, villains, specifically villains like that are just
Wait.
so.
Take me with you.
I want to join the later. Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll ask my father.
If you show
And we've really let up that
Take your time.
Irving's a big hard ass, but he's just
really
been
hurting.
stupid. Yeah, he's hurting. Blah blah blah. Oh, Gwen, and your inferiority complex. It's so. Like she has like obviously the relationship between her and her father, it's been more talked about when we get into the next chapter. They don't fully show, I guess, like more of the backstory. Maybe Irving was a little harsher on her because Gwen is like so hard on herself, and second guessing and all that. We got another knife. Another knife. You wanna? This video is already long enough as it is. Oh, learning these things. Okay. So unfortunately. Oh no, we got another astral coin. Where the f did we get that astral coin? Did it drop? I must have gotten it in a chest. I guess it's not too bad that I didn't get that other one. Could have been better. What do I want to give? Well, we're definitely picking Gwen. I guess I'll just use that 2000. So pretty briefly, Gallant, really terrible. I think it's one of the worst classes in the game. It has cool, I mean, Honor Clad is great because plus 5 damage against enemies above 50% health. Really good, especially in tandem with a tier 3 passive ability that we get. But it lowers your speed too much and it does not increase your defense enough. And so early on, you're not going to notice it, but when you're getting doubled for like 20 damage a hit, like you're going to notice that. We'll go over Seeker in a bit. Nightblade, I think could be a decent class. Basically, what I did originally was pick Devoted because it has overall balanced stats. It is not a good class, mostly because it doesn't have any good abilities. So I guess I'll in tandem talk about this. So Devoted, Spinning Blade, light 16 light block, great. Kind of works with Gwen's ability. You know, she can do light block, maybe get a kill. And then she has a lot, so she can take one big hit. But if they double, not all that well. Hemorrhage, heavy bleed. The one thing I don't like is if an enemy dies from bleed, you don't get the kill experience. You just get like regular combat experience, and so you're losing experience relying on bleed kills. And I don't really like that. It just the monkey part of my brain goes no, no likey. You can also kind of use Hemorrhage in with a shaman, a shaman's passive ability, but But this one just it gives her the highest master, well, the second highest mastery growth that she can get, and a really good luck growth. But it's like you level up in Devoted, suffer through that because it is suffering, suffer through that, then change over right before going into tier 3 into Nightblade to get Grimstroke and Fleet Feet, and then promote, because you can do that. You can be in one class for its growth rates and its stat bonuses until level 25, and then when you promote into that tier 3, you just, or before you promote into that tier 3, you just switch your class, get a better ability, class abilities, like that. So that's the way I kind of view it. And that's where Nightblade, because you definitely don't want to be Nightblade. It's decent. She doesn't have great defense in it. So that's kind of unfortunate. She gets a lot of speed, so she can double, and decent dexterity. No luck, unfortunately. So you already have Valaria, and I don't think it's worth changing Valaria. So, you know, I think Devoted was good. I thought this was going to be her canonic class, so I picked it for her. But technically, Seeker is her canonic class, and I say canonic class. I only say that because nobody shows up in Seeker. Nobody in tier, because all the units you pick up, excluding one, start or come in at tier 2. Nobody starts in tier 3 or anything. They all come at tier 2. So again, with the exception of the first 5, but every unit after that comes in tier 2, and nobody comes in as a Seeker. So for that reason, we're going to pick this. And I also think this is a really good class for her. It lets her be a supportive role, and I just think that's really good. So for that reason, we're gonna pick Seeker. This video is long, but I guess I can just get it out of the way so the next one we can get going. God, I hate using a controller. Let's just go over the hunter class tree. So we got ranger, which if it wasn't for Lanky Spanky, I would say this class really kind of sucks. Shield stance, fairly good to have 8 heavy block. Pretty invaluable. You know, you fall below half health, and then you get 8 heavy block. So you can block. You gain 8 defense for two combats, and you can heal. You can go below half health, get healed up to full, and still have those heavy blocks. So it doesn't eliminate that. But Lanky Spanky, getting light stun on an enemy, pretty invaluable. Command Orangutan, not as much. Like, yes, 3 exhaustion stacks is good because that's like what, 45 dodge reduction. But if an enemy has so much dodge, you have to have good accuracy anyways with that unit to even hit with Command Orangutan. Because if the first hit misses, then he can't. Then the command doesn't come out. Cutthroat, unless you any other person doesn't want to go to Cutthroat. There's only one good character that starts in Cutthroat. This class is great because of Licky Lasso, and every time I look at it and every time I say it out loud, I really have to struggle not to say Licky Asshole. This is the way it sounds. Command or Giant Toad. 3 heavy poison is great. Dealing damage, getting that. Scrapper, 1 point of luck increases your dodge, which even a little bit is a lot of dodge. I just don't think for Arthur, either of these, Ranger or this, they're just not all that great. Skipping Tamer. Quick Draw, again, this is a decent class. I don't think it's all that great. It has pretty lackluster skills or abilities. Applying Light Weak is okay. I kind of barely use these abilities with the character that starts in this class. Alacrity is pretty good. Follow-up attacks generate 5 mana. And there's a bow that we're about to get that allows you to double attack regardless. Basically, it gives it a brave effect. And that brave effect counts for alacrity. So that's great and all, but he doesn't really work well in that class. Tamer, I think, is the better class, specifically for Royden. This is the class I used him as. He was my tank. Kind of an off tank because he gets a lot of HP, and anytime I got a Fortitude Elixir or Defense Elixir, I just put it into Royden. You don't have to worry about his speed. His speed is always going to be 1. I think by the end of the game, it may have gotten up to 3. Dexterity, again, you don't really have to worry about that because of his weapon expert ability. Bows usually have a pretty high accuracy stat, and then there's one bow that I had him on for the rest of the game, for the entirety of the game, that has a huge accuracy stat. So there's that. Mastery goes in the highest mastery out of all the other choices, which is really great, especially with Symbiosis, which pet commands gain an additional 25 mastery scaling. And that mastery scaling, it doesn't say. Oh, here. Okay. So if we look at the top, it says scaling 1 plus 100% mastery, and 5 plus 25 mastery. So that 25% from Tamer goes into the 100%. So he gains 25% of his mastery. So if he was to promote, he would gain 25 of 10, which would be 2. Early on, not that noticeable. With a specific unit, it is noticeable. But we're not going to really worry about Royden. I'll kind of use him he might be one of the first people I binge to use other people that I haven't used before. Maybe give them a try. So, there's that. It is so weird. I still haven't gotten a single bond with anybody. You should have a bond with some people by now. I don't know. I definitely must be doing something wrong. I definitely have to be doing something wrong. Anyways, this video has reached an hour. But I went over a lot of things, so when we start the next part, we can just get into the next chapter. Just start running. I might look at my inventory in between parts and maybe tweak some things. That's what I'll be doing kind of further along. I might go into rings. We can craft some rings, but I don't think we'll craft any rings yet. But let me just get out of that. There. Let me get back to the main screen. As always, I appreciate your time watching this video. I hope you have a good rest of your day, week, month, or year, depending on if you want to come back to this channel. Toodles!